Juneteenth is the celebration commemorating the ending of slavery in the United States. Hundreds of people are expected to travel to Montpelier tomorrow to celebrate the day and learn about one family that established a new life after emancipation. Orange County is home to the nation's fourth president, James Madison. His Montpelier estate now serves as a museum, not just for him, but also for the people who were once enslaved there.
They did a reading of the logs here, and they found that these logs were cut in 1872.
This house, built from remnants of Confederate huts in 1873, is known as the first freedman's cabin in the United States. It was owned by George Gilmore, a former slave at Montpelier, who eventually purchased over 16 acres of land around it.
We are obligated to continue to tell this story.
Rebecca Gilmore Coleman is the great-granddaughter of George Gilmore and had the estate restore the cabin in 2001.
It was a wonderful feeling. It was indescribable, really. You wouldn't think that you would feel so emotional about an old log cabin. Well, guess what? That's where your father lived at one time.
3 generations of Gilmores lived on the farm, including Gilmore Coleman's father, who was born in the cabin.
I'm sure most of them slept on the floor. We had an iron bed, which is the post of that iron bed is up at the cemetery. That's how they marked the graves there.
Some of her family members include her great-grandparents, George and Polly, as well as her grandfather.
We also feel that there are 3 children, more than likely was buried in this area, and we think wherever you see the flags are there trying to find them.
As vice president of the Orange County African American Historical Society, Gilmore Coleman says her family's cabin helps remind everyone how following the Emancipation Proclamation, black people were able to move from slavery to freedom.
And it gives us a foundation, I should say, of who we are as a people, not only as African Americans or emancipated enslaved people, but America. It tells the whole true story of America.
Now, the Gilmore Cabin grounds are open daily for visitors from 9 to 5 for a self-guided tour. But from the months between April and October, on the weekends, the cabin is open to visitors. Now, if you can't make it to Montpelier, just go to our website, WTVR.com/A-list to find other Juneteenth celebrations here in the Richmond area. But I got to tell you, Julie, that was such a moving experience for me to walk into that cabin just to see how little space they fit so many people in there. But we just know back then that that's all they worked with what they were given with. You know what I'm saying? That's all they had,
and they were so glad to have that when they did. So
glad to have it. And for Miss Gilmore Coleman to still be one of the living descendants and can tell the story of her family, it's amazing.
Well, it's interesting.